Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to build an automated sentiment analysis bot from inside of make.com. Let's get right into it. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be taking the comments from one of my YouTube videos and using ChatGPT to automatically analyze the sentiment of those comments and then send each of those commenters into either a positive or a negative sentiment bucket where I can then further manage my relationship based on their comment to me in my video. Now, for the sake of this video, I will be analyzing the sentiment of just my YouTube comments, but of course, there are a ton of different applications out there that you can use this for, specifically probably around product reviews on Amazon or your Shopify store, or other surveys that you send out to your potential leads. So without further ado, let's hop right into this. Okay, so step number one is we're gonna come into Browse AI and we are gonna go grab some comments from one of my YouTube videos so that we can send that to ChatGPT to do some sentiment analysis. To do that, we're gonna hop into Browse AI here and we're gonna build a new robot. Essentially, if you've never used Browse AI before, it is able to just scrape websites and get you data without having to connect to the API. So it's pretty awesome. So we're gonna hit Build New Robot. We're gonna extract structured data. All right. And then we're going to go grab the URL of one of my YouTube videos. So I'll just paste in my URL here. All right. Now we can either set up this Browse AI bot manually, which I've done in previous videos, or we can just choose from one of these pre-made kind of robots down here that they have for us, which is perfect because they have an extract comments from video on YouTube bot already pre-made. So I'll just click that. Again, I'll just paste in my YouTube URL here. I'll pull in 3 comments. And I'll hit next, start extracting. Okay, perfect. So this bot is working and I'm pulling in YouTube comments from one of my videos. Now, let's send this over to Make. Step number 2 is I'm gonna hop into Make and I'm going to add a new module. And it's just going to be the Browse AI module. All right, so I'll choose the Browse AI module. I will hit Watch Task Execution Finished. So this is just an instant trigger. And I'm gonna hit Create Webhook. All right, you're going to want to connect to your Browse AI account if you haven't already. And we're going to choose our robot right here. And then event, we'll just do task finished successfully. I'll hit save and it'll create a webhook for us. Perfect. So we have that here. And so now if I come to Browse AI and I go to integrate, we can see that our webhooks is configured. So we're all linked up and ready to go. Now, step number 3 is we actually need to build out our sentiment analysis bot, which we're going to do with a little bit of prompt engineering. All right, so now we're just going to come into Make and add a new module, and it's going to be an OpenAI module, create a completion. All right, you're going to want to connect your OpenAI account if you haven't already. So make sure you have an OpenAI account. And then we're going to create a chat completion. And our model is going to be GPT 3.5 Turbo 16K. Now we're going to add a message as an assistant, and we're going to say something like, I don't know, you are a sentiment analysis machine. I am going to give you a YouTube comment, and I want you to analyze the sentiment of that comment as either positive or negative. Respond using only one of those 2 words. And then I'll feed in the YouTube comment. I'll say, the YouTube comment is, and then I'll come over here to our Browse AI fields, which we just pulled in, come down to captured lists, comments, and then I will have our content right here, or our comment. I will just plug that in right there. Okay. So that is our prompt. Again, if you want to do sentiment analysis on not just YouTube comments, but maybe Amazon product reviews or something like that, you can do that. Just set up your Browse AI robot to pull that data in instead of from YouTube. All right, now let's test this and make sure that our sentiment analysis machine is working. So I'm gonna hit run once here. I'm gonna come back to Browse AI and I'm gonna run this task. Okay, so let's just make sure that we are getting either a positive or a negative sentiment analysis output from our sentiment analysis machine. And then based on that output, we will send that either to a positive Airtable database or a negative Airtable database. And then we can do whatever we want with those 2 different lists. All right, so this just got finished. We'll come back to browse. Looks like we got an output here. Let's make sure it is either positive or negative. Perfect. So we got positive right there. So that comment on YouTube was a positive comment. Now, the last thing we want to do in this video is we just want to route these different commenters, these different users to either a positive database or a negative database based on the sentiment of their comments. From there, we can handle those two different lists, the positive commenters and the negative commenters, as we best see fit through automated marketing campaigns or whatever. All right, so let's add a router. Okay, and we're just gonna throw that in right here. Now, a router basically just gives you a little bit of logic in your make.com workflow. Okay, and to this, we're gonna add two different little paths. The first one, we're gonna set up a filter, and we're gonna call it if positive sentiment. And we're gonna say, okay, if our ChatGPT output right here equals positive, well, then we're gonna send that commenter, or for example, in your case, if you're pulling in your Amazon product reviews or something like that, if someone left a positive review, we're going to send that person's information to Airtable, and we're gonna send it to a positive leads database or a positive leads table. And we're going to create a record. You wanna link your Airtable account and then find your database that you want to populate with this person's information. Find the table. So in this case, I'm gonna add it to the positive list. All right. And for name, I've got two fields here, a name and then either positive or negative. Obviously, in your built out example, you'll have more fields here, hopefully an email, hopefully an address or a phone number. Okay. Especially if you're doing this with product reviews for your store or something. And we will just map fields here. So name, we'll come back to Browse AI, and we have, I think, a username that we're pulling in from YouTube, the person who commented. So we have just their username right here. So in this example, I'll just route that to name. And then positive or negative, I will just pull that in from our ChatGPT response, just like that. Okay, I'll hit OK. I'll do the same thing for negative comments. So I'll come down here, and on this path, I'll set up another filter, if negative sentiment. And I'll say, again, if our ChatGPT message is negative, that word negative, then we will send those folks to a different Airtable database, which I have called, I think, negative list, just like that. And again, we will route one more time the username of the person who commented right here, and then whether that was a positive or a negative sentiment analysis. And we'll hit OK. All right. So let's run this one more time and make sure that we are sending our different commenters to the correct Airtable database based on the sentiment of their comment. So we'll hit run. And for one more time, we will run our Browse AI task and let it load. Okay, so that is done. Looks like this ran. And we'll come to Airtable, and perfect. We've got our commenter's username right here in our positive database, along with the positive sentiment that our sentiment analysis bot identified. So guys, that's it. That is how you make an automated sentiment analysis bot by using make.com, Browse AI, and OpenAI. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got a lot of value out of this content. Again, this is not just for YouTube comment sentiment analysis. It's probably most useful for you in the form of product reviews and getting sentiment analysis from surveys that you send your leads and things like that. So get creative with how you apply this knowledge, but the foundation is all right there. And I think you can take this and apply it to whatever your unique business needs are. So if you like this video, go down and smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing. That would be awesome. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comments. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you guys so much for the support over the last few months, and I'll see you all on next week's video. Peace.